Hi everyone, this is Lisa with Needle on the Run, and I'm going to show you my method for creating a layered design on a sweatshirt using heat transfer vinyl and printed pattern heat transfer vinyl. So as you can see, I've already created the first layer here and weeded it, and this is the sticky side, so you have to mirror that image. Remember, it's going to go on your shirt like this, or your blank like this. Then I also went ahead and cut out the printed pattern heat transfer vinyl. This does not come on a sticky transfer sheet. This is from my craft source. So we're going to have to apply the transfer sheet like this to the printed pattern HTV right before we press it to our shirt. And just so you know what it looks like, it comes like this in a full sheet, of course, but you can see there is no sticky side to it, no shiny heat transfer sheet to that. So let's get started. Okay, like I said, this is our first layer, and I am going to put the non-sticky side together. That's really important. Non-sticky side. And you can just crease it to get your center. It's not going to hurt that design. Just give it a little bit of a crease. It's going to help you center your design. So then I'm just going to place that on my shirt. I usually do about a 3-finger width from the top of the neckline, or excuse me, the bottom of the neckline to the top of my design for placement. So it looks like that. I'm going to take my non-stick sheet and I'm just going to tack this down. So this is just a quick, about a 5 or 6 second press. Really quick. I love my Swingway Starcraft 8-in-1 press. And then that allows you just to pull away your transfer sheet. Now, we're going to take this transfer sheet and we're going to use this for our printed pattern heat transfer vinyl. Okay, I've done a few of these at this point and I have finally figured out a method that works for me. Sometimes it is difficult to get your printed pattern heat transfer vinyl to release from the backing that it comes on. Now remember, this backing is not a transfer sheet. It's just the backing that allows us to cut our design. So what I have figured out is if you take your little weeding tool and just, it's very forgiving. You can just lift up the edges and the corners a little bit, and I just go each letter with the corners. I don't worry so much about like the middle of the R, but I am going to get this little corner here and definitely the bottoms. This is going to help when you add that transfer sheet. It's going to help it release onto your transfer sheet. So I'm going to continue along with this. Okay, now you can see that all of the edges on the bottom, on the bottom edges of the letters are pulled up. Now, I'm just going to pat it down just a little bit, and you think, oh my goodness, you just lifted it up, now you're patting it down. Yes, I am. It doesn't create it to fully stick, but it will help you not have as many wrinkles when you add that transfer tape. And you can see, I don't know if you can see here. Let me see if I can get it. I don't know if you can see it on that black, but you might have some bubbles in the bottom. This heat transfer vinyl is pretty forgiving, and you can fix any little bubbles, bumps, folds, or anything like that after you've applied the heat transfer or the transfer sheet. So I'm just gonna place this. This is, remember, our already used transfer sheet, but I'm just gonna place it in the middle. Press that down a little bit and then just roll it out to the edges. I'm going to take a little squeegee here Now, we pulled up the bottom edges, so that's where you want to start pulling up this backing. So just nice and easy, as best you can. Hold your transfer tape down and pull from the bottom where those letters had already been lifted a little bit. And you can see that it is sticking to the transfer tape or the transfer sheet, which is what we want. And then you can just pull it all the way off. And again, if you have any little bubbles, bumps, anything like that, you can just press it down. This is really forgiving when you take it to the heat press to press. So then now that looks a little bit more like a regular heat transfer vinyl. And we're just going to go apply that to the first layer that we just put down.